Hi.
Hi, are you?
Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, Alfredo.
Out of LA, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I give you my card? That way you have a
you.
direct person.
Thank you, because I feel everyone's been avoiding me for so long.
Yeah, no, it's a weird time, but I'm here, so happy to be here.
Okay. So should I just, I want to do a commendation.
Okay, sure.
So I'm going to write that up for, because normally I don't want to just be a complainer,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of issues, like even like right now, I don't know what's got, like with the Bureau of Street Services, it's improved, but the Church of Scientology, they keep getting street closure permits, but they violate them constantly. Like on Easter Sunday, they didn't have the required fire lane. They had hundreds of children inside those, like a no fire lane. They wouldn't, their permit says they have to let pedestrians through. They would not let me through. They had armed guards blocking my way. The police had to come and tell them, you need to let her through. And so I already have a point where I have a lawsuit, you know what I mean? But I've been coming for a year. So if I was like quick to sue, I would have been suing all along, because they violate my rights constantly, over there. And so, but I haven't. But it's just at the point now where they're still giving them these permits. And after they just did that on, I really want to get the information. I want to be able to show you, what happened on Easter Sunday. Also, the planters were finally removed but it took my viewers and me to do a cast report, and then days later they start taking away the planters. But I came here, we've become in every single meeting for almost a year, and nothing happened. So it's just this absolute frustration. But if they have 3 permits coming up, they really need to monitor and make sure, because if they violate rights, the city's really going to be exposed to lawsuits, because there's a lot of people frustrated who they're violating their rights. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to go that way, but it's going to at this point, because nobody's tolerating Scientology's shenanigans anymore. They're oppressive to their community. Their community can't stand them. They do noise. And their community's been begging for help with the noise issues. They don't care. They don't care about that. And then also L. Ron Hubbard Way. There's no proof in the city that that's a no parking street. Zero proof, but yet they're enforcing it as it is, and then Scientology's acting as if it's theirs, like it's vacated, and it's not. So there's just all these things, as long as there's consenting adults inside, I don't believe in children, but if you're a consenting adult and want to be a Scientologist and learn about Xenu, that's up to you, I don't care. But I'm sorry, it's going to call that's your thing, if that's your thing. As long as kids are not, because kids can't consent to the brainwashing and the other abuse. But if you are an adult and you want to be abused and brainwashed and all this stuff, that's totally on you. But you can't do this stuff to the community. That's where I am. They're influencing the city, and the city looks the other way. The city has cops that come at their beck and call, violate people's rights. I mean, thankfully on Easter Sunday, they didn't violate my rights. They honored them. They got commendations. But it has to stop. Somebody's got to be not afraid to put them in check.
What streets are they close to?
L. Ron Hubbard Way.
So that also drops.
The whole, yeah, yep.
Sunset, right?
Yeah, and I know that it is not vacated. They want a vacation, but we're going to be fighting that too. But it's not vacated. It's not private. And their permits, they cannot prevent pedestrians, but they are.
It's not private.
No, it's not private. It is a public street. They have to get permits, and they keep violating the permits time and time and time again. So I'll give you thank you for this.
Yeah, that's my email. So I'm taking notes anyway.
Right, but I'm going to give you an in-depth this. Everything has been, because I've been coming here for a year now. But I am going to do a commendation for. Now is he your boss, Khorsand? Is he the new boss of this area, of this?
He's one of the new directors for the community engagement.
And that's where you are?
I'm sorry, Khorsand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the deputy mayor for my shop.
Okay, so he's over you,
He's my boss. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing a commendation for him.
Okay.
Because I've been a year with him. I mean, I have my complaints, but I'm going to be nice, because as a this is his local project. I don't know what they do with commendations, but.
So yeah, so I'll flag it too. Just let him know that you're.
Yeah, tell him. Does he have the same email?
Yeah.
So it's okay.
So if you know it, it's the same email.
Okay, so I'll pester him. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
feel free to reach out to me.
Stop harassing, police harassment.
Just nothing to see here. Just keep moving.
Right.
Keep moving.
Never.
So the area you're reaching out about is
Hugo's area, but Hugo, they're supposed to, the Bureau of Street Services said that they would restrict the permits if they had pushback from Hugo's office. So I don't know if the fact that now it's only 2 days, it used to, like last summer, it was weeks on end for months on end, their closures. Now they got, so far for this, they have the next 3 weekends, but it's only for like 2 days, whatever. So there's improvement. I think it's more from our, like us pushing the city, but maybe Hugo is pushing back a little bit.
What are they closing for? Do you know?
They recruit, they get these other, like they host parties from, like they get all these other organizations to come, but it's not real, they're not even real events. It's like, I don't know if it's like I know they film and they try to, it's like a marketing thing to, like, say if it's an Ecuadorian festival, you would think there'd be a lot of people from Ecuador at it. No, there's not. It's like, it's empty almost, it's no one there, but they're taking all this film. So I think they make it as like recruitment films for Ecuador. I mean, there's a lot of scandalous stuff going on there with all that, and it's just, it's fraudulent, and I just, a whole bunch of us, we're at our wits' end. Like I said, as long as you're not abusing people, unless you sign up to be abused or whatever, no children, but the community doesn't want it out here. You know what I mean? Like, keep that in there.
It's a question of enforcing as well as enforcing the street closure, like rules.
Permits. Yes, the rules. Yes, because they did.
You were able to walk through.
Right, they had armed guards preventing me. I called the police. Police came and said, "Oh yeah, you have to let them through." But before they used to have their own. They used to have their own. The cops would come in and do what they said. But we educated the cops about, and BSS educated them that no, they have to let pedestrians through. They can only prevent vehicles. And one of their guards even tried to say that I'm in a vehicle because I'm in a chair.
So they can't. They use pedestrians. They have to.
Right, they have to let right, and then. But then they're supposed to have a 20-foot, they had, like on Easter, there's hundreds and hundreds of children and no fire lane. They're required to have a 20-foot fire lane. And now the fire department, up until then, they would have this like zigzag thing, but it would slow them down. And the battalion chief was like, well, I can get through. But I said, but you're severely slowed down. He goes, yeah, but no, it says it has to have a 20-foot lane, period. It doesn't say, oh, well, if you can zigzag through. You know what I mean? It's just, we want the rules. And then they weren't notifying the neighbors. This is the first time I think that they finally notified the neighbors that there's going to be closures. So I do think that maybe there's like, and that's why I'm giving Khorsand, because maybe he's been pushing back and, whatever. So I'm seeing a little bit of improvement, but they need to be, because if I go again, in one of these events and they prevent me again, then the city knew, because I told them specifically how they did that on Easter Sunday. So if it keeps doing it and you keep giving them permits,
yeah, I'll check in with
somebody's going to sue him, and
Yeah, because he was the president of Public Works.
Yes.
Before his current role. So.
And I was at every single meeting since.
So he knows you.
Oh yeah, tell him all in LA says hi.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're probably like, oh, her? No.
No.
And I only missed one meeting since last June because my dog was dying, and that's it. I've been to every single, whether Zoom or in person, I've been to every single. I'm still going. So they all know me, but so I like Khorsand. I mean, he's not, I didn't like the two prior to him, the presidents. They were horrible, but he was decent. He even thanked us at the end, like when his goodbye speech, he thanked all of us, callers. So he's not bad. Like I want to be able to work with him, but I want him now. Can you tell him that now he's mayor, like do something already? Like now he's assistant mayor. Deputy mayor. Tell him that now you have more clout. Like come on, get it done.
Yeah. I'll check in with him. I'm glad to hear that he knows about this issue.
Oh yeah, he knows it very well.
Okay, good. I'll check in with him about this.
And you're going to be be on my new.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to be bugging you.
I mean, so I work specifically on the east side, covering Curados district.
Okay.
CD14, right?
Oh, you're 14. Okay.
14,
So David Nguyen, okay.
He's your guy for.
Yeah, but you know what? No offense, like to him, but I once talked to him at a city meeting for like the 5th time, and every time he acts like he's never heard of it before. Like, oh, this is all new to me. And I'm like, dude, like, no, you know what I mean? So you're the first person that's actually from this office, except for the poor, girls up front who like had to keep dealing with me coming in. You're like the first person who's actually, they've been promising to call me back. They've been promising. I'm very relentless and persistent, but.
No, I appreciate it. I'm really sorry that it took this long for you to talk to somebody. But I'm happy to make a connection now that I know that you connected with Eve and the issue. Okay, yeah, I will.
Can we switch you over? Can we swap you and Nguyen? Can I ask him? Or do you?
No, I'm happy to take on this issue specifically.
Okay, you will? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, let's say it. You say it.
I will follow through with this issue. You have my information. Please share it with anybody on the east side.
Okay, we got him. He's saying he's going to help us. He's going to at least get us with Vahid, right? Like, well, Mr. Well, I always call him Mr. President, but now I keep forgetting now to call him Deputy Mayor. But I'm going to fill this in. It's going to be, you know, like a little commendation. It's like my little congratulations. That's all I like him. I like, you know, I like Deputy Mayor Khorsand. He's cool. Yeah, tell him it's, you know, we only clash heads with like, because I don't like the rules that they changed. Like, I think that they got annoyed with us, so they changed the rules to really limit public speech and comment. So that I hold him accountable for that, and so eventually I'll get to that complaint.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we got to meet.
Me too.
Got to connect.
It's great meeting
Yeah,
you.
me too. And I look forward to your email, and then
Okay.
that way I'll be able to follow up with you directly.
Perfect. Probably emails, just to be honest. I mean,
Send me an email. Send me an email. That way I can follow up with you.
I appreciate it, and then I'll give this to her, and then you make sure he. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. It's great meeting you.